We hear in the news lately about how devastating an unwanted tongue kiss perpetrated upon a little girl that can supposedly lead a girl to become an alcoholic. This is one unwanted tongue kiss, or one grope on the boobs, or one grope in the groin, an unwanted digital penetration, just briefly for a few seconds. These things supposedly can drive a girl, to anorexia in later life. It can drive her to alcoholism. When females are mutilated, we hear that they have long-term psychological consequences. We don't hear anything about these consequences, long-term psychological, physical, mental, emotional, for male genital mutilation. Boys aren't allowed to have long-term consequences of male genital mutilation, are they? They're not. But it's expected. If a girl so much as gets a tongue kiss, she can become an alcoholic. We'll accept that. If a girl so much as gets an unwanted tongue kiss, or a grope on the breast, or an unwanted digital penetration that only lasted a few seconds and still left her intact without any mutilation, we can expect a girl to suffer for years and years mental problems, flashbacks, unemployability, as I said, anorexia, alcoholism, drug addiction, whatever. It's accepted by everybody, basically, that it's psychologically damaging. But if we genitally mutilate, slice up a little boy's penis, knife rape a newborn baby boy who's just come into the world, knife rape him without anesthetic, that's apparently okay. According to estimates from the Public Service Association, significant children at risk. Yes, well, I don't doubt that there are a lot of children at risk. But the point I make is we could save some babies from suffering just by speaking up for male genital integrity, to stop those boys being sliced up. If it's psychologically damaging to get a tongue kiss, for a little girl to be tongue kissed by a man, even just once, imagine what it's like for a little boy to be sliced up without any anesthetic, and to have his penis sliced up and the most sensitive tissue cut out for life. Why would you cut out the most sensitive tissue on a little boy's genitalia for life? Why would you do that? It's weird. It's psychopathic as far as I'm concerned. And if we do it to a little girl, if you so much as pinprick a little girl, you get 21 years in jail for that. But it's okay to cut out a boy's most sensitive nervous tissue. I'll leave a link to the neurology, yes, a link to the neurology there, about the most sensitive nervous tissue. It's the most sensitive nervous tissue, and to cut it off a little boy, a newborn baby boy, is monstrous. All you've got to do is change the law to protect little boys' genital integrity. That's all you've got to do. All you've got to do is treat boys and girls equally. Know about equality and inequality and discrimination. You surely should know that boys have a right to their own sexual autonomy, their own genital integrity. I think male genital mutilation is a tragic outcome, actually. I think it's monstrous. I've lived all my life as a survivor of male genital mutilation. You hear about female genital mutilation, and the women are called survivors. I call myself a survivor of male genital mutilation. I shouldn't have to have had been genitally mutilated. Female genital mutilation is against the law. I think male genital mutilation is against the law. I can't see why Pru Goward isn't defending me and every other little boy. And I think it's strange that she is sitting there as a community services minister, supposed to be protecting children, when she's not protecting little boys' genital integrity. All she has to do is open her mouth and speak for genital integrity for boys. That's all she has to do.